Episode 67. Thank you all for listening to episode 66, Gorilla Position, a leg drop on the brain. I am Captain Morgan here with...
Fred the Parrot.
Bear.
Samuel Adams.
Welcome to the show. As Captain Morgan, I am here to say that my parrot is doing pretty well. Thank you, Fred. How you doing today, Fred?
Fred is doing awesome. How you doing, Bear?
Oh, I'm fantastic. What beer did you bring today, Sam Adams?
Guess.
Miller Lite.
Sam Adams.
What kind of Sam Adams?
Cherry wheat.
White ale with spices. I'm going to say a winner.
Sam, your mic is so far away, I can barely
Oh,
hear you.
yeah, it is. Okay, there we go. Well, why am I restricted? There we go.
Well, now your mic's falling off the table.
Because you're a nerd.
Nerd.
It's probably Bear's fault because he's a douche.
Good one.
Douche.
You come up with that all by yourself?
Yeah, he's a douche.
Douche. Who's Douche McDoucherson?
Douche.
He sounds like a foreign driver. I want to take him.
That was awesome.
So, Fred the Parrot, I noticed you speak in third person. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
So, thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to Brandon at All Wear Clothing. Just went over there the other day and told him, hey, we're going to be giving away swag. And I told him he did not get his bracket in time, but he probably would have beat us because he had State and Virginia.
Ooh.
And I'm like, man, I wish you would have, because it would have been fun to say, so we have to give merch to the guy that makes our merch.
That would have been a good one. That would have been a good giveaway.
Yeah.
But you know what? If I didn't put a bracket in, I would have had Michigan State versus Texas Tech and then Virginia versus Auburn as well if my bracket didn't, quote unquote, get in either.
I saw his bracket.
I'm just saying,
I know
if I didn't have a bracket in, that would be my final four.
That would have been a good bracket.
I did pick Auburn to beat North Carolina, though.
He also had Michigan and North Carolina in his Final Four. So obviously those two didn't make it.
I think in one of mine I had Michigan over Ann Arbor. So, Michigan over Auburn. There we go.
Michigan
over Auburn.
They play at Ann Arbor.
They do.
And she's a whore.
She is.
It's a damn fact.
Ann Arbor's a whore.
Good one.
You want to talk about our sponsors? I'll pick up Sean. You tell us about the other ones, Jake. You probably don't know. So, Bear, what do you got? You know the other sponsors.
I'm busy. I'm trying to type shit in. I was late.
I know we got, Cassandra from PNC?
Mm-hmm. Cassandra from PNC.
We do, yeah.
We got,
Tim and Stephanie from Verizon.
Ben Meyer from Charlie's?
No.
He moved.
Yark.
On the Central Avenue
he's at
Strip.
Yark.
Yeah, Yark. Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
York Chrysler.
There we
Jeep
go.
Dodge Ram. And then, of course, finally, can't forget about Sean at Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Serves Toledo and surrounding area. And not...
Remember, you get 3 chances and it's me, or 1 chance and then it's me.
He's got it. He's got it. We're going to Alaska, baby. No, we're not.
shit.
Hey, guess we're not.
I got to scroll up here.
There we go. British Columbia.
Definitely Alaska. Oh, it's going to be right on the tip.
That's what she said. Yep. You missed your chance.
Oh,
No, just scroll. He had it.
No, we're redoing it.
That was the tip.
I thought you were going to tell me to stop.
No, I wanted to do something different while you were spinning it. You weren't even paying attention.
No.
I was not.
Boom.
Nova Scotia.
Greenland. Oh, I was close to Greenland. That's some random island. What the hell is that?
Well, I'm sure Sean does not serve.
The Anticosti National Park of Canada.
Oh, well, there you go.
Hey, that's National Parks 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, good job. You're good at shooting down parks. You must hate them damn things.
Oh, it happened to get in the way. I mean, that would probably be a lot of grass cutting. Sean should probably expand his horizons to national parks.
Or Canada, but he's a big supporter of America, so he's not going to Canada.
America.
All right, so the first thing I have on the agenda is the amazing rise and tremendous fall 7 weeks into their season.
8 weeks.
8 weeks, sorry, thank you. 8 weeks for the Alliance of American Football.
Yeesh.
So let's talk quickly about this, why this happened. So Tom Dundon, however you want to pronounce it.
Dunder? Can I call him Dunder?
Sure.
Dunder Mifflin?
Absolutely.
Who is the majority... I actually know where
Bears
he's from.
beats Battlestar Galactica.
Who actually is from and owns the Carolina Hurricanes of the NHL. He was, because of the money he invested, was the majority owner of
How
the
much
league.
again? 250?
He put in another $250. Was the majority owner, and he said, we're shutting this shit down. He's going to lose by stopping it now. Only, we say only because it's not a big deal to him, but $70 million. And this is against the wishes of the co-founders of the AAF, Bill Polian and Charlie Ebersol. Yep. What are your thoughts, Fred the Parrot? What do you think about AAF going down? I mean, this is kind of surprising. We thought about it like 3-4 weeks ago that it might, but it went down mid-season. What do you think?
First of all, Fred, can you name an AAF team?
I know the cities. I don't know the names.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you name any other Parrots?
Iago.
No, I only know Fred the Parrot. He's the best.
All right, so your take?
So, okay, well, we're not do cities. So my take on this whole thing is...
You don't know the cities?
I mean, Birmingham's one.
Yeah, the Iron.
There's one in San Antonio.
The San Antonio...
That was our team.
Spiders?
Commodores.
Or Comrades. Or
See, there's two. That's enough. There's two. That's enough. So
the Orlando Apollos. I know that one because they were 7.
Arizona Hot Shots. Salt Lake Stallions.
That it?
San Diego. What was San Diego?
Fleet.
Padres.
Fleet.
The Ann Arbor assholes.
Ann Arbor whores.
Hey, you whore. Anyway, what's your take?
Okay, did you look? So if they would have finished out the season, how much more money does he lose as compared to $70 million now? Because,
probably 125.
So it's $50 million. That's a lot of money. Okay.
For him, not really, but
I mean, for him, no, but
for us, yeah, we'll never see that unless this podcast takes off.
Yeah. I don't
think top podcasters make $70 million.
We'd be lucky to get $70.
I take $70.
So
sorry, I know we keep cutting you off.
I don't like how they stopped it. Like last week of the regular season, right before the playoffs started.
Well, 2 weeks. We would have had 2 more weeks. This week and next week would have been the end of the regular season.
Yeah. See, I don't like that. Just for the fact that these guys went through training camps, played damn near the whole season, and then you're just going to shut them down. I don't like that. The fans that they had, I mean, and all the players.
All 14 of them.
I mean, the players losing jobs, that's sucks for them. Like, there's nothing they can do about that. I don't like it.
It was like Toys R Us closing. I was sad about that, but get over it.
They open back up?
Yeah, you do got to get over it.
Yeah, they came back as like Jeffrey's
again.
Toy Box. So I think they're still going around, Jeffrey's Toy Box.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised the NFL hasn't stepped in and wanted to buy them,
right.
make them like, a AAA of football, just like, they have in baseball. Obviously, it works. In hockey, it works. In basketball, they have the G League, D League.
And the NBA owns that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But football doesn't have that. So you already have a league established. So why don't you just pay cheap, buy the damn thing, and then run it because you know it won't go away. Then you can have your own scouts, teams there, figure that out. Or you have a little bit more teams come in and you have if you have 16 teams, that gives you 2 teams per NFL team that you could pull players from.
Just like what they do with
but then you don't have
CHL.
But then you don't have a practice squad. The practice squad is done. That turns into that team, and you just expand rosters.
That. Absolutely.
Why not?
Go ahead, Brandon.
Absolutely. No, I mean that would be a great idea. I think the NFL should buy it. I think that would have been. I love football. I mean, when I was excited for when this started, and I tried to watch as much as I could, but I couldn't. But I think the NFL should buy it. Fund it, make it a make the AAA team like you guys were saying, and make it and Bear just like what you were saying, have 2 teams just like in the ECHL we see here in Toledo. Chicago and Detroit have rights to Toledo Walleye players, and if you're not going to expand the AAF to 32 teams, I get that, make it 16, 2 teams, per team for the AAF, and like you were just saying, that's your practice squad right there. Get guys up. I mean, for those guys right now, they were only making $70,000-$80,000 a year. This season, but they got nothing now, and it's like what do they do? So I think the NFL could benefit from a AAA league, and I think it could help out because there's nothing else unlike the NHL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball.
So that leads into, and I agree, but I'm going to expand on it. So Justin on the Twitter, who tied into this, and this is why AAF went first, and it was our breaking news this week.
Right.
The AAF is folded. What chances does the XFL have of succeeding? Anything they should do ahead of their start?
Well, that's what I forgot to say. Guess who's smiling right now?
Vince.
Absolutely.
And this is something I was going to say is
could buy
Vince.
it.
Vince should buy it because I'm like this. All I thought of when that happened was I'm like, this is WCW all over again before he even starts.
Right.
And I'm like, and it expands off of your idea of because I was like, why don't they just buy him, have the 16 teams, and then partner up? Vince is smart enough. I guarantee he could find a way to partner with the NFL.
You can talk to Goodell and get that done and make
he's-
even more
and
money.
he's got a fucking year to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, Roger, you can make some more money here. I can make more money. Let's do it.
Yeah, and I mean,
I would love that. And then it'd be like, good. Vince, because we all support Vince, minus Fred, the Parrot.
Fred the Parrot does not support Vince.
I thought you were about
I
to,
support Vince.
I thought you were about to say Fred the Parrot does not cacaw, but I guess
I didn't know parrots could do double negatives. It's impressive.
Just did it. It's above my pay grade, but I did it.
Go sit on Captain Morgan's shoulder.
Yes, please come here.
I don't think I'll fit. I'm bigger than Captain Morgan over there.
You
I
are
have a- I have a saltine-
you are an oversized parrot.
You're like,
You're like the Wilt Chamberlain of parrots.
oh my God. Wilt Chamberlain, the Parrot.
Captain
Just
Morgan.
not with the athletic ability, just the height. That's all.
the Yao Ming of
Yeah,
parrots.
while we're talking about
Greg Oden of parrots. There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Greg Oden.
Now, that's just disrespectful.
No, wait. Well, Fred, were you any good at basketball?
I'm still pretty good at basketball. I'm
Can you
still
hoop
pretty
it
good.
up? Can you dunk
I can dunk.
Can you beat us in
on a
basketball?
7-foot rim?
I could play with you.
Wait a
guys.
minute. Hold on. You and Brandon against me and Bear someday.
Oh my God! Like really? Like are you?
How is
serious?
that fair? He's probably, maybe he's thinking he's the best.
I'm not
we
thinking
will
I'm
agree
the
that he's
best.
not.
I-
Terrible at basketball.
I once blocked Lance, so
Me too.
I have good skills.
But that's Lance. Now, do you think we can
Lance
block
is
Lance
taller.
now that he's? Brr.
yeah,
Incredible
probably. He
Hulk
still
Lance.
can't jump.
Yeah, you're right. We should do that. You and Sam Adams against Bear and Captain Morgan.
That or like
I
a
like it.
softball game even.
Oh, we'd destroy you.
You'd probably destroy me at that. But a basketball's
We can do softball home run derby. Guarantee we
Yeah.
I wouldn't do shit there.
will. I don't need you to.
I'm a base hitter. I'm not a home run hitter. I'm a base stealer. I'm the leadoff guy.
Perfect. Get on base. I'll hit the home run.
That's it. That's all we need. Well, I'll steal each base. You can't
There we
steal.
go.
You can't steal in beer league softball though. So
That's right. So one of these days, we'll in the spring, we'll go we'll meet or might have to do it on like a weekend episode. We'll do a weekend episode, play some basketball, and then record the episode right after.
we'll record while we play basketball.
That'd be- Just
We'll-
we'll put our
we'll
mics
wear
up.
mics.
We'll have 911 on standby.
For you,
We're not gonna
Absolutely.
We're not gonna play full court.
you'll probably be
hell
playing in
no.
flip flops.
You probably will be in flip flops.
When was the last time you ran full court of a basketball course? There, Sam Adams.
Oh, 10 years ago.
Yeah, when we played indoors
Yeah.
over on
Yeah, at least 10 years ago.
In
Yeah.
the barn. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I almost killed somebody there.
That's not good.
I almost died there.
I went up.
because you were pissed or
I went up for a layup and someone came behind me and smoked the back of my head. Still got the and one too, and I got up and I pushed the motherfucker down. I was like, "What are you doing? We're playing indoor, like not legit basketball, and you pushed me from behind pretty much while I'm going up for a layup, like full speed on a fast break. Like really, you couldn't have pulled up and held me? Like really? I was so mad.
Well, at least he didn't have to pull out, so that's okay.
That is true.
Yes.
I
It
had
is
to pull out my Glock.
Where the hell did that go? I thought you shot it to the air.
I did. Shot it through the air
I love it.
to the board,
So,
to the window,
to the wall.
till the sweat drops down my ball.
Awesome song.
It is. Anyways.
What's your take on Vince? Should he do it? Buy the AA?
I didn't even think about that. I think that's a great idea.
How did you not think about it?
I
That's the
didn't-
first thing that came to my mind.
It's a great idea. I think that would be awesome. You know, you could afford it, just like you said.
Yeah, he's just like,
Absolutely.
well, I'll sell another
Well, if he's
2.4 million shares.
We know how. Yeah, we know how smart he is.
I mean,
and
the AAF isn't going to go for more than $100 million. So, I mean, seriously, it's not. He could get it fairly easily.
Well,
Prob-
dude lost,
probably
what, 70 million? So he'll be like, 70 million. Put you at even.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Well, the other guys would still be the owners.
Well, and
But
he worked
Vince would
with
be a majority.
and you got to think too. Vince worked with Dick Ebersol forever. I mean, they're the
absolutely.
ones that made WrestleMania happen. So you really have to think that Ebersol was one of his best friends. So you think that he probably is good friends with his kid and he watched him grow up and all that? Yeah, right. I think he would be. So I'm sure that him and Charlie could get something going. And being half majority, all you got to do is just convince the other guy, who probably at this point is just like, I just want my money back. So
yeah,
I mean, in my personal opinion, I think he could do it. But I mean, we'll see. Maybe because it's still Vince though. He still wants to do his own damn thing, you know.
That's Vince. That's just how he is.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what do you don't have much on? You know about a little bit about business and more of sports. What would you think? What is going to be the best option for AAF, or what should Vince do with XFL? Anything to pre-plan for it?
I like what you guys are saying with it. I think it'd be a smart business move for Vince to buy it. He has multiple people he could partner up with to get it back going and make him and multiple more people money. Like you guys were saying, I don't see anything. I don't see anything bad with it. I like it. I think that's the best move.
I mean, what I saw is like they suspended it. So like 3 months from now, you're just going to get the guys together and finish 2 more games and they have a championship game. Like it's done. I mean, you suspend it. You're not going to hold it off for a month and bring it back. It's done.
Well, did you see the thing that Manziel said? Don't fight it. Just take your money you got and go home. Don't fight it. Don't lose money.
It is funny.
He puts on a wig and goes back to Vegas.
It is funny that he made it for 2 weeks, and then the league really
collapsed. Last week he got signed, and then he got hurt last week, didn't he? Over the weekend?
It was 2 weeks ago he got signed because
and then he got hurt last week.
And then he got hurt last week. Yep.
So he comes in, wrecks the league. Love it.
Damn Manziel. It's all his fault.
So,
yep.
What's going on with the brackets?
Ugh. Not good for us. I know.
So we're giving away swag. Here, will you help him get these?
We're definitely giving away swag. No, I'm gonna let him reach. No, he'll spill my shit.
Don't spill those.
No, I'm just gonna grab a handful.
You're like feeding a damn rabbit.
All right. So we are in 19th place out of 25 brackets.
Wow.
Not good. Not good at all. Yeah. Shiv, not a shank, is leading right now, but he's done. He's at 870. He is officially done. Cannot get any more points. So I don't think that lead is going to last. The only person who has a championship team left is Bad News Brown Fan Club.
Damn it, Jeremy.
He has Virginia left as his
Jeremy
championship
from the
team.
wrestling show.
And Jeremy is only 50 points away from Shiv, so if Virginia beats Auburn on Saturday, Jeremy will win.
You're for sure he locks it up?
Yes, he locks it up.
Nobody has Michigan State going in?
Nobody has Michigan State. Everyone's teams are gone. Everyone is done except him. He is the only person that has a national championship team. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to go through and look to see who has Final Four teams.
Well, I'm saying if somebody has Michigan State like in the final, they could still get those points because he doesn't have Michigan State.
Well, but no, I don't know if they do or not. But it doesn't matter because no one has Michigan State winning. So if Virginia wins, that's what I'm saying. If Virginia wins,
then he's got it. I see what you're saying.
He's got it. He's good. Unless
because it's like
I'll look up.
Isn't it like 180 points?
Let me look up.
Yeah, it's 180.
Let me look up number 2 right now because he had Kentucky winning it all, which is on Virginia's side. So if he does have State going, then
he's got a shot.
He does. He would win if State beat Virginia. If Virginia won, and
Are you already on 2?
He does have Michigan State actually. So
yes.
So he had Michigan State.
Sam Adams.
Michigan State versus Kentucky.
Oh, so he does have a shot.
Yes.
That would be 180. And is he ahead of Bad News?
By 10 points. So if State and Virginia go to the national title game, he is technically still up by 10 points on Jeremy.
And
if Michigan State wins the national title, he will beat Jeremy by 10.
And who is that? That's
Steve-O Rules.
So just a random that would be ESPN. Fun. Steve-O. I mean, I want to see Jeremy win.
Yeah.
But I don't know who Steve-O is.
Wait, don't you have a burner account in there?
Yeah, dry rubbed up, not doing good.
You did not pick Michigan State to win?
No. Dude, and here's why. Anytime I pick Michigan State, and this is why I was like, nope. I'll pick Michigan State, and it's usually like partial brain, mainly heart, when I do a burner thing like that. And that's what I should have done because it's a burner. But I'm like, no, I'm going to go legit. And I don't take Michigan State. When I don't take them, they do well. I'm good with that. I'd rather lose and then win. And we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, and it was bad. I had 15 of 16 Sweet 16 teams in my own bracket, and I thought you had nothing at all left. The Elite Eight was a lot of bad breaks on my part. One, Purdue should have beat Virginia in the first place.
And we didn't win any more money,
But also Tennessee should have beaten Purdue in the round before that. So, I mean, they had the ball and they couldn't make free throws. They could not make free throws in that. What's his guy? Klein. Oh, my God. The kid kept stepping back and drilling everything. I mean, he couldn't miss. So, I mean, that I found was a bad break. I mean, honestly, on my part, they went to overtime and that Klein kid just stayed hot. Tennessee should have beaten Purdue, but they couldn't make free throws down the stretch, which gave Purdue openings, and that was it, unfortunately. Duke snuck away with one against
Virginia Tech.
Vatek. Yeah, that was crazy.
What about Oregon?
They played Virginia. I didn't watch that game.
No, they played Duke.
No, they didn't.
Or not? No, who the
Oregon
hell?
Played Virginia.
Duke and who's the other one I'm thinking? UCF, but that was.
Oh, that was I'm talking. Yeah, we talked about that one. I'm talking about.
That was Taco.
Yeah, that was the miss off the rim, and then Virginia Tech. That one was worse because the guy was wide open off of a beautiful play, and he just straight missed. That was just bad, and then he tried to flop, which pissed me off even more. And then State looked good in both their games coming in, and then obviously when they played Duke, it was a legit game of runs. Michigan State started off hot. Duke went on a 13-0. Michigan State was on a 14-0 to end the half to go up by 3 or 4, whatever it was. Yep. Then they kind of played slow to start the second half, and then Duke goes on a run, then State goes on a run, and then Duke goes back on a run. I was like, damn.
I was sitting here watching it, and I'll go back to, first off, I want to talk about the Elite Eight or the other games. I want to talk about T-Tech and Michigan. I want to cover that after Michigan State. Because we were watching it at the bar. And we were with Ryan from the Grown Ups and watching it at the bar. But Michigan State, that game, you watched it. Did you watch most of it?
I got the second half. We flew home, and I was listening to it on the radio to halftime, and then I got home. It was the second half.
And not just because of I'm not, with sports, I'm not biased to my team. I love my team, but I'm not biased to them. They missed you watched it, right? Michigan State
against
Duke. They missed
not the
4 shots at the rim in the second half.
Yes, they did.
They should have easily beat Duke.
Oh yeah,
and it was
easy
stressful.
ones too.
And it was dude, I was so pissed. But they are so scared of Zion. And this is what I said to another friend of Lynette, who's in the pool. She's a big Duke fan, but she supports Sparty. But I said to her, look, if somebody can stop Zion, which they did, he's going to drive, and that's all he's going to do, and he's always going to be.
He's going to put people in foul trouble,
and that's it, and that's what he did.
But he's so big that it's hard to, you can't stop him. And he's got great footwork. But that's the other problem is that he can hit threes.
Oh yeah,
he can shoot, and that's the scary part.
He was missing him, but and what I reminded people, they're like, Cassius is so small. I'm like, he's 6'1". He looks small out there, but I said that guy's the game changer. And one of the few times I'll agree with Barkley is like a few weeks ago he had said Cassius is the most proven leader and the best leader in the bracket, and he was absolutely right. I mean, that guy takes over the game, and you saw what he did. I'm like, Texas Tech scares the shit out of me because they're a defensive team, and they're so
well coached. They're just so fundamentally sound.
They are.
It's crazy, and it's funny because there's a different conference representing each. You have the Big Ten, you have the Big 12, you have the ACC, and you have the SEC, which I think is fantastic. And I love that too. Personally, I'm rooting for Auburn, just because I picked them over North Carolina, and I didn't have the balls to do it in our bracket.
And I think for all of us, they're the team that
But I want to see Barkley just go nuts.
Because
I've enjoyed each time I've seen him, and he gets more and more shit on his desk during the thing. I absolutely enjoy it, and I mean, State would be second for me. But honestly, I don't want Virginia.
I'm good with 3 of the 4. I don't want Virginia.
I could also see Virginia coming out after losing to a 1 seed last year. Like, it's like destiny shit. It's weird, That's how I think a lot. You lose to a 1 seed and then come back and win the title.
Lose to a 16, you mean?
Yes, I'm sorry. Losing to a 16 and then coming back and then winning the title.
Remember they were
next
down
year.
against the 16 and half this year?
And they showed that, and they said from there on they just straight.
And then I was talking to Dan, who was in our pool too, and I think he's ESPN fan 20, the one that ends with 21. That was his bracket.
He's in third right now. Yeah, that's not going to last, but well, he's tied for second actually.
And does he have anything left?
No, he's done. No.
He I talked to him a little bit about this, and he said, and I didn't even think about it, Auburn should have lost to New Mexico State in the first round.
Yeah, they won by
that
one.
layup. Yeah, he missed it completely.
Yep.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be there, which is insane to think. But that's why they play the game. But they're the team that impressed me the most. They had the biggest struggle with New Mexico State, and then they beat the shit out of everybody else.
Yeah.
Except Kentucky was closer, but they handed it to them too.
They killed North Carolina.
Destroyed them. And
Killed
then,
them.
like Texas Tech, we were watching that at the bar, and
Ugh.
that was straight defense. They're the number 1 and number 2 defense in the country. So, not surprised.
I mean, Michigan, what they go, like 1 for 19 from 3 or something like that? Oh,
and they had it handed to them.
And that's the problem. That's Michigan's problem.
And I was texting one of my insurance agent, and he's a big Michigan State fan and a grad as well. And we were going back and forth. And the first thing I said to him in the beginning of the game when I saw Michigan State start to shoot threes was, "We're going to live and die by this three. If they don't switch it, they are fucked." Mm-hmm. And thank God they did. And it was a fun game. I was going nuts in the living room. And then
all the Elite Eight games were fantastic.
Oh, they were amazing.
Fantastic.
They were good, and I'm excited for. I don't know what you guys are doing, but Saturday night's a Michigan State game. I don't know what you guys got going on, but
Are they the first or are they the second
Second game.
8:47 or whatever. Yeah, I really don't care as long as they put my numbers in my pool.
right, the pod
Or
the-
ours, yeah.
Yeah, because is there anybody in that, speaking of which, that is won an insane amount of money, or it's kind of spread out?
No, not really. It's been pretty spread. I think Robert has the most. I think he's got
My
110. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your doppelganger, I think, because he won 2 of the Elite Eight games. He had nothing before that. I think he had one $10 before
Yeah,
that.
because I have a 20, and then you and I split, or I have 20. I think.
I haven't added mine up. I have a few in there.
think
I
you
hit
and
a
I
40. And I have a couple
we
splits
split.
in there.
Yeah,
so.
you and I split on the pod.
I split with you and I split with my old boss. So I got a couple in there. But
Not Jason.
no,
Oh.
not Jason.
Oh, damn.
Jason won. He won something.
Did Nate win anything yet?
Oh yeah, Nate killed it in I think it was a Sweet 16. I think he won 2 of them.
Nice.
But like I said, these are the fun ones. 150, 150, 100, and then 400. So the big ones coming
150,
up.
150, 100, and 100,
100
at
for
halftime.
halftime,
Yep.
and then 400.
I like how
for
you
the
do
national
that.
title.
Yeah, so, college basketball, big week. We've got Texas Tech against Michigan State. We've got Virginia against Auburn. Of course, I'm rooting for Sparty. If they lose, I'm going to pull for a Texas Tech-Auburn final. That would be awesome. Mm-hmm. And even if it does come down to it, I want to see Michigan State-Auburn, because if they lose, I'm going to feel like shit, but I'd love to see them lose to Auburn if they lost. Mm-hmm. Whoever they lose, if they lose to Auburn or T-Tech, I'm okay. If they lose to Virginia, I'm going to just be pissed off. So it is what it is. Brandon, who are you pulling for to win?
Like I said before, I would love a Texas Tech Auburn. I mean, I too think it's hilarious when they go to Barkley and he's got all that stuff by him. Pretty funny, but
What is it? What's all the? I don't usually
like just
watch-
flags and
literally. I mean,
it's-
his desk is like loaded with he's got the Auburn flag in front of his desk. He's got like balloons. He's got like a big tiger. He's got all. And
Does he
when
like Auburn? Is
he
that-
went to Auburn,
He went to Auburn.
Oh, duh, no shit.
yeah. Well,
I'm
and when
thinking
they
Shaq
played
went to LSU. That's what I keep thinking.
when they played North Carolina, Kenny Smith, who sits next to him on
Yep.
the set, went to North Carolina. So he had all his North Carolina stuff, and he said Chuck was just razzing him the whole time, and they were showing they were going to clips of that, and it was just hilarious. But yeah, watching them two go back and forth is funny. But yeah, it's good with Barkley because he gets so into it. It's hilarious.
Absolutely. But yeah, I want a Texas Tech Auburn just because it changed it up. It changes it up
Well, and
a little bit.
it's both their first time in the Final
Yeah,
Four.
absolutely. Because Michigan State. Now, I like Tom Izzo, and I wouldn't mind if they won it. Just not because
We haven't
I don't
won in
want them-
19 years.
I don't want them to win just because you, Gary. But hey, that's
what-
no, I like Tom Izzo. So if Michigan State's in there, I don't mind. I don't want Virginia.
So they're your third pick of the four.
Yeah, and
If you had
Virginia would be 4.
T-Tech or Auburn, who do you want to see?
Probably Auburn.
Auburn.
or Texas Tech.
Auburn, T-Tech, Michigan State, Virginia. I'm
Yeah.
Michigan State, Auburn, T-Tech, Virginia.
But
I'd be Auburn, State, Tech. But State and Tech are kind of the same. Virginia last.
You
like I
don't-
said, you get. Oh, no, go ahead,
Sorry,
Jake.
go ahead, buddy.
I was just gonna say State, Auburn, whatever, and then Virginia last.
Tech, Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech.
Yeah. Oh God.
But no, like I was saying, it gets Texas Tech and Auburn. I think would be a great one just because it gets away from those powerhouses. Just where everybody gets tired of the Dukes, the North Carolinas. You can say Gonzaga, but and Michigan State, all those power blue blood programs that are always in there. Kansas,
Blue blood.
it gets
Blue balls?
no.
Oh.
It gets.
I know what you're talking about.
It changes up a little bit. So I think that would be a good final.
I agree. I think it would be. It'll be interesting. It wouldn't get good ratings, but it'd be a good final.
It would be hilarious to watch. They should just have a camera on Barkley the entire time.
That would be ratings enough.
Absolutely.
That would be ratings enough. No doubt about it. All right. Let's move on.
Yep, go ahead. We got what, NBA?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't have the. I've been traveling here the last about 4 days, and tomorrow, so I haven't seen anything. So yeah, what's the? Do you have a little bit of the NBA? I don't have.
Yeah, I got it. So first thing I want to mention is I saw this on Twitter. Steph Curry came out of his 37% 3-point slump and finally got contacts, which he's needed his whole career.
I saw that.
What? This guy's needed contacts his whole career?
I did see, though, last night, which was insane, Russ go for 20-20-20.
Yes,
Second person in history. Who was the other?
Wilt Chamberlain. I think it was 67.
Wilt the Stilt. And he did it for that. Who was that rapper that died? You should know, right?
Nipsey
Yeah.
Hussle.
Yeah, I figured you would know.
Never heard of him.
Never heard Nipsey Hussle?
No.
No.
I mean, it's tragic what happened, obviously, but I've never heard of his music.
Have you heard of Greg Norman?
I have the Shark.
Okay, just
Yeah,
curious.
he killed Nipsey.
Baby Shark.
Do.
Baby shark doo doo.
All right, so Eastern Conference. Fred, shut up. The Eastern Conference, Milwaukee Bucks clinch their the division, not the conference yet.
Correct.
They are 3 games ahead of Toronto.
I think all they need to do is win.
Yeah, because they win
Well,
because they got the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And they have 4. There's only 4
It's
games
3
left.
games. Oh, 4, okay.
Yeah, so if they win, they're good. So it's going to be Milwaukee, then Toronto, 76ers, Celtics, and Pacers. They're going to end up playing each other. It's just who's going to be the home team.
Yep.
And then you've got a fun kind of thing going on here between 6 through 9. 6,
Nice.
9. You've got what separates 6 through 9 is 1.5 games.
Mm-hmm.
That
Big
is
one.
it. You've got the Pistons have 5 games left. The Nets have 4. The Heat have 5. And the Magic have 4.
Yep.
This is going to be fun to watch. I think the Magic are going to be on the outside looking in. Personally, I think it's how it's sitting right now. I think it's how it's going to end up, honestly, looking at it. And they've all lost recently. You can count the Hornets out. They're not eliminated yet, but they're out.
So just for my perspective, where's Toronto? Are they 3?
Yes.
No,
No, they're
2.
2. You will
I
go
would
to
love-
Philadelphia.
I would
you have
love
to root
for
your team.
well, if okay, you said it only it separates them from a game and a half. I would love for Detroit to go to Toronto first.
Why?
For Dwayne Casey to go and beat the Toronto Raptors. It won't happen, but I mean it would be nice.
That kind of would be fun.
It would be interesting until they got swept again.
As long as they
not
get a
Toronto.
game, they might get 2, but no, they're not going the first round. They'll be out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because they stink.
Appreciate it.
Like your breath. All
Wow,
right, to the west.
that's rude.
To the west.
To the West.
To the west.
Wild Wild West.
To the west. So Golden State has clinched their division. Houston has clinched their division in the 3 spot. Denver is sitting in the 2 spot right now. Hasn't clinched their division yet.
I think they're in the same division, aren't they?
As Golden State?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
maybe. I know they clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah, everyone's clinched a playoff spot. So it's not done
Oh,
yet,
yeah, I didn't
but
see that.
everyone's clinched a playoff spot. The seeding is still up. So right now, Golden State is 2 games up on Denver, 3.5 up on the Rockets. Portland is 4 games back in 4th. The Jazz 6 games back in 5th. The Clippers 6.5 back in 6th, and the Spurs and Thunder both 8.5 back in 7th and 8th respectively. So pretty much 5 through 8 is going to be 5 through 8 is going to be interesting there. And the Jazz have won 5 in a row to get to that 5th spot too, by the way. So there's going to be a lot of movement still, but I don't think that they want to see. I don't think Golden State wants to see Oklahoma City.
No.
I think
No,
they're
absolutely not.
I think they're screwed either way. They're either seeing San Antonio or Oklahoma City, but they don't want to see Oklahoma City right now.
Well, I think like
No.
we said last week, they don't want to see Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City is much more talented than the Spurs,
so-
but the Spurs is still the Spurs.
So here's the difference of the Spurs, though. They are a completely different team, home and away. Home 31-9, away 14-24.
Jeez.
Lucky for Golden State or whomever they play, Denver potentially. I think they could beat Denver. It'd be interesting.
I mean, Denver's 31-7 at home and 20-19 away. So
It's about the same kind of matchup. Should be interesting. Could be a 4-3 series if they played each other.
Mm-hmm.
Would be fun. But yeah, I mean, I think we're going to wrap this up in essentially a week and a half. So by episode
About a week, really.
71, we'll be into the playoffs.
We should be into the playoffs by next
week. I mean, I know the NHL and the
there's 5
NBA kind of
games
go on the
left.
same schedule, and the NHL
Well,
playoffs,
well,
NHL playoffs,
because we'll have to do our
Well, they've
Wednesday.
got,
who we play.
huh?
We'll have to
NHL
pick
playoffs start Wednesday. I do know that.
Oh yeah. Well,
next Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
Yeah, Yeah,
NBA won't start. They got 5 games left, and there's 7 nights. They're not going to
yeah.
play.
I mean,
that
yeah,
close.
Yeah,
they're
they
usually,
do back to back.
Yeah,
So it'll be
yeah.
close. Here, let me look.
They're usually on the same schedule.
I'm
Maybe
just gonna click on Oklahoma City.
day off
We'll
or
just
two,
see when
you
their
know.
last game is, just for shits and gigs.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good, last week. Oh, nice. Keep it in there.
You can get a drink.
Yep. Fuck.
It's going to be a nice last week of the NBA season, especially in the East. I mean, you said all those teams, 6 through 9, are, in a game and a half out. So, I mean, literally, I think the Pistons are playing the Pacers right now. So, if they lose again, I mean, they could fall from 6th right now to
9th.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Or 8th.
Hey, they can't fall to 9th. They're 2.5 up.
So, I
In
mean,
your heart, they fall to 9.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, it's going to be fun.
Let's see. Oklahoma City's last game is next Wednesday. So playoffs will start then on the
Friday,
weekend,
yeah.
so Saturday.
So, Sarah.
And hopefully we have some seating so that we can make our own predictions.
If there's only one game left come Wednesday, the seeds
Most likely be
they're going to be wrapped up. And if not, we'll just guess.
God damn.
Nice.
All right, so let's go to hockey. Eastern Conference, Atlantic Division. Tampa Bay, we knew, wrapped this up. 124 points now. They actually lost one. They're on a losing streak.
I know another team that's on a losing
Nerds.
streak.
The
Detroit?
Penguins?
Pittsburgh.
No.
Because they lost.
Oh, Detroit's won 6.
Detroit just beat Pittsburgh last night.
4-1.
Yeah, Penguins have only lost 1. That's okay. Go Wings. The Tampa, you got Tampa Bay, Boston, and Toronto clinched, as well on the other side, Washington, the Islanders, and that's it. So we've got 5 of the 8 teams that have clinched. You've got the Canadians at 94 points. And everybody else is eliminated in the Atlantic Conference, and then you've got Pittsburgh, Carolina, and the Blue Jackets. So they're all separated by 3 points.
Yeah, that's going to be
And
crazy.
three of the 4 are going to get in.
And they all have 2
games
games left.
Any of them play each other?
Go ahead, keep talking while
Hey,
I
stat
look.
guy, be stat parrot. Can you?
What do I need to do?
Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
We're trying to figure out. He's going to look and see who Montreal plays. Look and see who the
Columbus.
Penguins play.
Yes, sir.
So Columbus plays the Rangers, and of course they only give me the next game. What frickin' knob throbs. Jesus. This is unbelievable.
Knob throbs. I like
Stupid
that.
ESPN. Can't even put this. Really, you got 2 games left. You can only put one of them up.
All right, so the Penguins play the Red Wings tomorrow at 6, and they play the Rangers Saturday at 6.
Great. So they get the hottest team in the NHL.
Boom.
8 out of the last 10 they won, so.
This scares me. All right, who do you got for Carolina?
Well, Columbus plays. Yeah, sorry, I pulled Columbus up. They're at New York and at Ottawa Friday and Saturday night. That's going to be a tough one.
Jake, look up Carolina Hurricanes.
Here I
Bears going to check Montreal Canadiens.
rock you like a hurricane.
So, Bear, I don't know if you can talk, but,
Here I am.
while you're doing your, look up, but what do you think about the Red Wings extending Coach?
I don't have a problem with it.
2-year extension?
I mean, you got to think. Blashill came in with an old team and made the playoffs, snuck into the playoffs, and then he has not made the playoffs the last 2 years with no talent. And everyone getting traded away, everyone hurt, no Datsuk, no Zetterberg. Everyone, I mean, Howard's trash.
Yep.
So I have no problem with that at all. If Yzerman brings some guys around Blashill, he was a winner in Grand Rapids, he can be a winner in the NHL.
Yeah, I like it too. It's, you hit on everything basically I was going to say, those injuries, playing with the young talent.
You hit it on the head?
Sure.
Nice.
But I like the extension, 2-year extension. So we'll see how it goes. So hopefully they can. By the way, I did not know he is Blashill. He's a BG grad. Played for BG.
I actually did know that. Did you?
Yeah.
Because
I think I might have it
the other
also.
guy for the Penguins that there was their coach a few years back that won the cup. He was a BGSU grad.
And there's like 5 GMs in the league.
Washington
that are
Capitals,
Bowling Green,
and
grads.
Las Vegas Knights.
Well,
they
made it. Do you see they almost beat Duluth?
They did.
Yeah, we were watching it Saturday.
They did, yeah.
We went to the
I was
bar and we're
hoping,
like,
man.
well, it's funny because we're going to go into some bar in New Orleans. Like, yeah, can we get the BG Minnesota Duluth game on? So we get to this bar. We're looking around, and that was off Decatur. That's what I was telling you
Oh,
about.
yeah,
that
yeah,
off,
that's right, that's
Frenchman
right.
off Decatur, and it was a sports bar. It was the one I sent you guys the picture. They were showing WrestleMania on Sunday, which I was like, bars don't show WrestleMania. This is weird. And
Like, come to New Orleans, watch WrestleMania.
well, and they have everything up, and then we get in there, we walk in, and there's like 5 old dudes watching the Bowling Green Minnesota Duluth game on a side TV, and we're like, well, can we just get it up here? And one of the guys comes walking by, and I asked him, I said, you rooting for BG or Minnesota Duluth? He goes, oh, we're up from Indianapolis, so Minnesota Duluth. I said, oh, we're from the Toledo area. So I'm not really rooting for Bowling Green. I really don't care, but I said it would be cool to see them win. And they almost did, but they ended up choking.
Speaking of like around that, so like April Fool's Day, this made me think of this because of New Orleans. Like some of the work people made some jokes on a managers meeting we had in the morning, and April Fools, and some people were thrown off. I was like, come on, really? Like this
I
isn't
don't
gonna
believe
happen.
anything on April Fool's Day ever.
No, but I totally forgot about everything because you know how you mark out in wrestling. I completely marked out when my father-in-law. I'm talking to him, and he's like, "Did you see the stuff about Zeppelin?" And he wasn't toying with me. He's just like wanting to see this. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, the Stones aren't playing Jazz Fest in New Orleans, and they're saying that Zeppelin's going to come out and just do this one." I'm like, and I completely forgot because I marked out because Zeppelin is one of the 2 bands I want to see, them and Rage.
Well, because what's his name's getting surgery, so you can't. They're not.
Yeah, Mick Jagger.
Yeah, Mick, because we were supposed to work in Jacksonville, the Stone show, and Fred the Parrot and I can't work anymore, but we're going to still work Garth in Gainesville. I was like marked out for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. Damn it, it's April. I forgot, like, for a solid minute and a half, I was excited. And I was getting ready to text you, like, dude, you're going back to New Orleans. I'm paying. You're going. We're going. I don't give a shit. We're going to go to this Jazz Fest. Mm-hmm. But then...
I don't know. You're going to have to give me another year before I go back there.
Whew. For Zeppelin?
I'm just
saying. If it was a
saying,
one-off?
I might still be hungover.
I love it. But
I'm
How's
pretty
that
sure
plane ride back?
it was terrible.
yeah, I saw
That was
that.
the worst. Carter posted that picture, and I didn't even know he took it. That was the worst plane ride I've ever taken in my entire. And not only on top of that, it's Spirit, and on top of that, the pilot sucked. Couldn't find clean air to save his life, so it's just turbulent flight. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself,
I'm going to yak in this
just
bag.
don't throw up. Just don't throw up. Just don't throw up. While I'm trying to sleep at the same time because what we're gonna do is, oh yeah, Saturday night we have to leave at 11 to get out of our place. So like, okay, we'll take
Party
it
till
easy.
5.
We'll party. We'll party until midnight and then come home. Whatever. Be responsible. No. Get to the bar. Get to that bar where we're watching the thing. And I was like, Mike, I'm just kind of full from beer. I don't want to do beer. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do Tito's and lemonade, whatever. So me and Carter start drinking liquor. Zelensky's pounding beer. I'm pretty sure one of the nights he had 50 beers. I'm convinced he did. He didn't count them, but they're pretty damn close.
Well, he sent.
I don't know how he does it.
He sent a snap about, do I have to pay to use this little side table or whatever you call it, this little flap table?
So we're drinking. Get hit on by this old lady buying a shot. She goes, I'm buying shots. What do you guys want? And I go, oh, you don't have to buy us a shot, whatever. She goes, no, whatever you want. We've been doing tequila, Patron. I said, okay, we'll do Patron. Terrible idea. Downhill from there. Meet a guy from high school. We graduated with from high school who lives out there now. And he took us to we met him at a club, and then he took us to another club, and then another club, which may or may not have been clothing optional club. And all I remember was I think Nick bought me a drink, and I took like 2 sips of it, and I think it was Crown. I was like, nope, I'm done. This is like 3:30. Like, we got to go home. Like, I'm done.
I picture you when I saw the picture of you on the plane. You ever watch Cheech and Chong?
Yeah.
When he's like, "What's your name, man?" Ralph. That's all I pictured you on the plane. Like, he's gonna yak. He's definitely yakking in a bag.
I don't know how. I don't throw up a lot, but when I drink a lot of liquor like that and don't eat a lot, which I didn't, it's normally my death downfall. And somehow I didn't, but I couldn't eat. I'll tell you that. I took like 4 sips of water too, and I was like, nope, it's gonna be it. We're just gonna struggle bust through this. But I'm alive. Didn't Ralph on the plane?
I'm healthy.
That would have sucked.
I'm happy you made it back.
When I got back, I was like, okay, I'll try to eat. Got to McDonald's, eyes bigger than stomach, had it, had like 4 fries. I was like, nah, not doing this. Go to bed at like go to bed at like 8:30, right? Wake up the next day. I had my Dale Carnegie graduation, so just still hungover. Couldn't really eat much.
How'd that go, by the way?
It was good.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, they let me graduate, so I made
That's
it back.
a start.
But I would get back,
I made it back.
and I had family there, and my dad right when they were after I did my speech, they stayed for a little bit longer, and they were about to leave. He turns around, he goes, "How you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm good." He goes, "No, you're hangover." I go, "Oh." And while they're calling somebody else up, I turned back to him. I said, "Oh, this is the most food I've eaten in 36 hours." We had 2 pieces of pizza.
You got Carolina schedule? Who they got? I've got Montreal's.
Yeah, they
I
got
got Montreal too. They're sucks.
They're out.
They're done.
They're done. Who do you got? Carolina.
They got the Devils tomorrow, and then
the
they got the
Flyers.
Flyers on Saturday.
And then you've got the Canadians who have at the Capitals
Washington.
and then Toronto. They're done. They're going to be the team out.
Who's that? Montreal?
They
The
need
Canadians?
Yeah, because Columbus has they have Ottawa and the Rangers, who aren't good teams, who are actually playing tonight. Funny enough, but Columbus right now it looks like Columbus should be in, Montreal may be out, but we'll see about that. That'll be an interesting one here coming down the stretch. That's what's fun. Go to the West there while I pull my shit back up, please.
What am I doing in the West?
Looking at the standings because mine's loading still.
Mine went away.
All right, I'm there now. Okay, Winnipeg.
Thank you, Internet.
Winnipeg is first they're tied with Nashville in the Central. Both have 96 points. None of them have clinched anything so far. So Nashville, Winnipeg, tied at 96. The Blues are 2 behind them at 94, but they have 3 games left, and Winnipeg and Nashville both have 2 games left. And the Stars have also clinched, so they are at 91 points. Not going to get the first spot, but at least they're in the playoffs. The Avalanche have 88 points, so they are close. And then it looks like they are with Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona is like what is it, between Arizona and Colorado?
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see, but you never know what's going to happen. So it'll be fun, but NHL, I get excited for the playoffs because any team can win in the NHL.
Did I tell you last year? I like to brag about it.
This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've heard this story.
Yeah, I love it because I went perfect.
I love it too.
I lost on one team last year, but other than that, I was perfect. It was amazing.
Like Mr. Perfect?
Almost.
So
I think though this year, I still might root for the Caps, but I think I'm going to root for Vegas. I don't know. I don't remember who I picked.
Well, I'm going to root for
that at?
Penguins.
We need to find that.
You picked.
We got to get that for next
Toronto.
week. I think I picked Nashville over Toronto.
I
I
thought they're on the same side.
No, Toronto's in the East. Nashville's in the West.
And I picked San Jose over Tampa Bay.
Regardless, all I know is both of my teams are in, so.
I think mine too. Yeah.
Nashville over Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
both your teams should be in. Were you here for that?
And I don't. Who
I'll
was
find it.
yours?
It's on the board.
Who was
I
yours?
had San Jose and Tampa Bay. I think I had the Sharks over Tampa.
Sharks over Tampa?
Yeah. Well, beginning of the season.
Well, I'm just saying. I know Nick, he has one of them out. No, I think he had Montreal, but I can't remember who his other was. But we'll have to grab his and see. Maybe, no, he had Anaheim, I think.
So we'll go into baseball real quick. There's already been 7 games for some teams.
Season started, shit.
The Tampa
No
Bay
baseball.
in the American League East. The top. I'm going to read it top to bottom. It's not going to end like this. Tampa, Baltimore, Toronto, New York, Boston. You could probably flip that. Is how the year's going to end. The Red Sox are 1-5 right now. Yankees are 2-4. Toronto's 3-4. Baltimore's 4-2, and Tampa Bay's 5-2. And we can go down. The Twins are winning the Central. They're 4-1. I mean, it's still early. But the Mariners, man, 7-1 to start. Pretty good.
They have a good team this year.
They do.
It's all because of Ichiro.
He retired.
I
Mets and Phillies 4-1. The Brewers are 6-1, and the next best team in the Central is 2-3. And then the Dodgers are 4-2. Padres are 4-3. So those Padres that you said maybe they'll make it. 'Cause who do we have? Oh yeah, Yankees over Dodgers, Red Sox over Dodgers, Astros over Braves. That's Bear.
And 6.9.
And 6.9. And then because they're not going to finish the 9th inning, they're going to be the home team. And then Astros over Dodgers in 5 for Fred the Parrot. So baseball, where there was a few injuries, but I don't remember.
Tigers opening days tomorrow.
home opener?
Francisco Lindor, he's out
Or
for
wait,
3
are
weeks.
you Mud Hens?
He's already
No,
out.
Detroit's just
You
tomorrow
nerd.
too.
They said, I heard it today.
He was already
Nerd.
out.
When?
He
Sorry, when?
he got surgery in like February. He probably has 3 weeks
Jeez.
left. Jeez, Brandon, fart really? It's disgusting.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Anyways, we're watching
Nice
Law
one,
and
Gary.
Order rape shows over here. Can we turn to something else? Dear God. Goodness.
Cough up a lung
This is-
over there.
Dude,
Gee,
it's bad.
can you
Good
turn
Lord.
this?
Yeah, I bet it is
Good
over there,
God.
Gary. Jeez.
Holy God.
That thing was loud.
So
Might
he
wanna-
smells it.
might wanna
Brandon,
go to
I
the
smell
bathroom.
your shit over here.
You might want to go to the bathroom, Gary.
I'm gonna go to the
What were
bathroom.
we talking about? I don't know what we were talking
Don't go in
about.
the bathroom for about 45 minutes. Somebody open a window. We're going back to NASCAR. I don't care. Texas.
We're talking about baseball injuries, and Lindor has been hurt since February, Brandon. He got
This is
surgery.
a fact.
I heard Lindor's going on DL. He's out for 3 weeks.
Okay,
That's what I heard.
So he
yesterday.
probably didn't make his recovery in time, so they're putting him on the
Okay.
DL. It's not that complicated.
I agree.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm just going off what I heard.
All right, to NASCAR.
To NASCAR, I didn't.
Denny Hamlin won the
NASCAR.
race.
Did he? Okay, I don't know. Since Louisiana doesn't have DFS, I don't know who won shit. I didn't get to get in NASCAR last week. I don't even know what I did. I don't even remember who I picked. I have no idea.
You weren't in NASCAR.
I know because Louisiana doesn't have DFS,
I know.
so I couldn't play. That's why I'm saying I don't know anything about who won or anything at all.
Well, Hamlin won, and B-Dub had Clint Boyer, who finished second. Our boy over here, Fred the Parrot, had Eric Jones finish fourth.
Really?
You had Jimmy Johnson, or Austin Dillon, finish 14th.
All
And
right.
my Ryan Blaney pick overheated 37th.
Yeesh.
So averages now.
All right, I got 14 out of Dylan. Hell yeah.
Fred the Parrot, 10.4.
Am I winning?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Means you get to pick first, Casey Mears.
And then, Casey Muir. And then you got Barrett, 11.7. Brandon at 14.7. And me at 17.1. This week, they are at Bristol.
Ah, yes. Kyle Busch has won here 6 times in the last 10 years. Brad Keselowski's won a few times.
Kurt Busch won last year along with Kyle.
Yep. Harvick's won a couple times. This is what sucks because this is a big name track, and I'm not using Kyle Busch here. There's no way I'm going to use Kyle Busch here. But I don't pick first. Fred the Parrot does.
Fred the Parrot, who you got?
How many more races are there?
Until what?
Until you can pick
Until you can
whoever you
double?
want. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 19.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with Jimmy Johnson.
That's actually a good pick because that's also my pick, so I'll just give it to you now.
Not bad. This is tough, man. I guess I'm going to go with Clint Boyer this week. He's good on short tracks. No reason not to take him. Use a bigger name.
B-Dub.
I'm going to go heavy hitter here. Give me Brad.
All right, fair enough. Golf, you want to talk about what happened in match play last week?
Yeah, so I watched very, very little bit of golf. I watched Tiger choke. I don't know what happened between Sergio and Kuchar, but I saw there was something, and then they made it up, so all good, no issues there. Sergio just being a baby like normal, I think, because Kuchar didn't give him like a 2-foot putt, which, yeah, I mean, those are like the unwritten rules of match play, but you don't have to give anyone anything in match play. You put it in. So it really doesn't matter. And then Kisner ended up beating Kuchar in the final. I don't know what it was, if it was 2-1 or 3-1, wherever the hell Kisner did. But Kisner had a really good week. So then Tiger, we could have played last week too because I found out how they give them their positions. But it is what it is. I didn't know that before that they gave out literally like top 10s and shit like that. I had no idea for match play.
I didn't know that either.
No clue. So that's how if you finish it's just like the Elite 8. So if you're finished there, you're like top 8.
Huh.
It's interesting.
That's pretty interesting.
But this week they're in Texas. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even give a shit. Next week is the Masters. I could give 2 shits about this week. I don't know a
It's
lot
important, though,
I don't know a lot about the course.
because whoever you pick this week, you can't pick next week because it's new month.
Well, that's okay because there's not many big names who are gonna be playing this week, so not too worried. There's gonna be a lot of mid-tier guys who if they win, they get into the Masters. So this is like a big week. Whoever wins this event gets an automatic bid to the Masters next week. So there's gonna be a lot of guys playing hard.
Jake, you have the last pick, so be sure you pick. Just type in PGA Tour and look who's on the card to pick to be in there.
Okay,
So
So
wanna
you're
give an update of
So
standings?
Yes, Dad.
So you mean caw, Dad?
Caw.
So you're leading at
Pistons getting their ass
11.5,
kicked.
Gary. By 8. So Gary, you have
Almost half.
11.5, still way ahead of everybody. Brandon at 24.7. I am at 35.7, and Fred the Parrot at 48.4. So TPC San Antonio this week, Gary. You get to go first. What do you got?
Tony Finau.
Okay, Finau going to play this week?
Yes.
All right, good for him because that is like a very sneaky Masters pick.
Yes, very sneaky. But
If you were like betting, he would be the guy right there. Brandon,
Matt Kuchar.
it's good. He just played well in the match play, so nothing wrong with that. I this week,
9 a.m. tea time for Finau.
Yep,
Good.
Matt Kuchar's 9 o'clock as well.
and I'm sorry, I'm gonna just make sure that the guy I want is in.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm just scrolling down
You
right
got it.
now because I think I know who I want to pick. He's a Texas guy, and he wins in Texas a lot. Come on. And I
Who are you looking for?
Jimmy Walker. Jimmy Walker is playing this week. I am taking Jimmy Walker. He has a couple good finishes here, a couple top fives the past couple of years.
All right, which guy are you taking that's not playing?
Spieth is playing.
Yeah, you can pick him. You haven't picked him since because you get a new one each color.
Yeah. I only picked him up second week.
Yeah, no, you can pick a new guy every color.
Yeah.
I'm the only person that hasn't picked the same golfer twice yet.
Or
But-
Well, aren't
Spieth.
you special?
well, I'm going to probably pick somebody for the Masters, though, unless I go Tiger, which I'm considering.
Might as well.
Yeah.
He'll finish top 15.
Yeah, that's all I need. I just need a top. I could get a miscut and still be in the lead.
Well, of course, with poor Fred the Parrot over here, Jordan Spieth's going to miss the cut probably. He's been the kiss of death. I thought I was the kiss of death, but oof. Yikes.
It's crazy. First to NASCAR, last to golf.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you don't even know who that. At least in NASCAR, you kind of know the big names who's going to go. But
Yeah.
as you get down to the later in the season, when you got to pick guys that are garbage,
We should have done that in golf. It would have been so much better.
that's kind of what I'm doing.
I mean, kind of. You
I wouldn't have
are,
picked those
but I'm
guys.
just saying.
Yeah, but how many events do? Fuck.
You can't
Would've been
repeat
nuts.
Would've been
between
fun.
each major. So like,
No,
up to-
I think next year though you got a point. There's more golfers than NASCAR drivers.
Yeah, I was saying.
up to the Masters, you can't repeat. Then
No.
up to
No. Up to the whole year until the FedEx Cup. What's wrong with that?
There's like
There's 100. What 100?
there's a lot
like
of golfers.
40 tournaments.
There's a lot of golfers.
There's
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
36 races and
How many
I
times?
know.
How many
I
times
know.
do the big names win?
this is a good point.
All right. I mean, yeah. Screw it. We'll do it next year. That's fine.
All right, good. All right, any NFL updates?
No.
I saw something with the Lions today.
Oh, they got C.J. Anderson.
Stafford's wife underwent brain surgery.
Oh, and they're
Remove a
open.
tumor.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh,
and
they're not. Wow.
and the Lions are up to trading down in the first round. They're open.
When is the draft?
the
End of the month?
Well, we thought we were going to have to record it the week before
Mm-hmm.
because we wouldn't record till the 26th. But since he and I are going to be here, we're going to do it that day.
Thanks, Mick Jagger.
So yeah, thank you, Mick. So on the 24th of April, when we should be in Jacksonville, we'll be here. We're going to do our draft preview. We're going to all make picks, I think.
Oh no, we're picking every effing team.
All of us.
Like individual or as one?
Sorry, first round.
yeah.
32 picks.
So what we're going to do?
As
I'm going to have another.
individually or for the pod.
What is it good for the pod
No,
individually?
we can't do it for the pod because who just hit a homer?
Swanson,
not the Cubs.
Slippy, slappy, swimmy, swan, swimmy,
No,
slappy,
no, we
swan,
can't do
Swanson?
it. We can't do it as
That's
a pod
true, so
because
yeah,
you're going to have
that's
so
true,
many
that's
different
true.
people.
That's true.
We're never going to be able. I mean, we might be able to decide on a couple.
I mean, we would
but-
talk.
Yeah.
Kyler
Kyler
it would
Murray,
be like a 4-hour show.
Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe they're going to think
They're
about
talking
picking
about
him.
they're talking about the Giants trading for Rosen, which I'm like, you have Dwayne sitting there.
Haskins
Rosen'd
to
be
the
good too.
Bengals.
Let them.
I could
Fuck
have
the
him.
Giants.
I hope Dwayne goes to the Cowboys, which won't happen.
Do it.
But he could.
I hope he goes to Cincy, and there's a shot. So
There is a good shot.
there is a shot, and if that happens, I'll
Nah,
be
they like
happy.
Dalton. They won't. They won't.
Fuck Dalton.
I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know.
Glad to know how you feel. So, anything else on NFL?
I don't think so.
All right, so I'll do on this day, and we'll finish this up. So on this day,
What is today? The 3rd?
April 3rd, 1923, two Black Sox players from the 1919 Black Sox sue the Chicago White Sox unsuccessfully for back pay.
Shoeless?
I don't know if Joe Jackson was one of them, but 1930, the NHL Stanley Cup. Montreal Canadiens sweep the Boston Bruins in 2 games.
2 games. Yeah.
Big sweep. Big sweep.
1962, jockey Eddie Arcaro retires after 31 years. Did you see this?
Jeez.
No,
No.
you didn't. How many races did he have as a jockey?
1,300.
31 years.
31. Oh, wow. I'm going to go 379.
You know my answer.
69.
Yes.
31 years. I mean,
It's like 2 a year.
1,000. 1,300.
24,092.
I was close.
All right, 1985, Major League Baseball Players Association agrees to proposal of the team owners to expand the 1985 League Championship Series, so the ALCS and LCS, from the best of 5 to the best of 7. Jesus.
Nice. Tigers beat the Yankees.
18 Ks.
Haha.
Most on a New York Yankee 9-inning game in the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. They are either... Oh, look, Tulowitzki's already hurt.
No.
Shock. All right, 1987, Bill Elliott sets the NASCAR qualifying record at Talladega. What was-
Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. 211.
I don't know what the end of the question was.
How fast was he going? Set the record. 211.
It's got to be.
You
say
you got to
215.
you have to have the best number without going over.
Is it like a decimal on that too? Like
Yeah, you can put a decimal on it.
no, I'm like is
There is a decimal.
2 of them or 1 of them? Normally there's 2 of them.
3.
There's 3 of
I
them.
think I went over by 1.
Okay, I'm gonna go 215.069.
Jake?
210.513.
Is
211. 211.55.
212.809. You win.
Boom.
Yep. All right, 1989, the 51st NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Who beat who and what was the score?
Sorry, what was the year?
89.
89. That was Michigan over Seton Hall, wasn't it?
Yep. What was the score?
84 to 69.
69-68.
73 to 68.
80 to 79. And in 2005, Alex Sanchez became the first Major League Baseball player to be publicly identified under baseball's new steroid policy. The Tampa Bay outfielder was suspended for 10 days for testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs. That's it. 10 days.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm just tomahawk chopping Brandon
chalk.
because my losing World Series team is destroying his Cubs 2
Oh
to
my,
1.
it's 2 to 1.
Lester just gave up 2 solo shots. He's trash.
John Lester.
He's
All right.
about to give one up to Freddie Freeman too.
Anything else? Any other updates?
No, I got nothing.
No birthdays today?
No, there was nobody that was worth a shit.
Fair.
Oh, happy birthday to my brother.
It is your brother's birthday. Actually, it's my aunt's birthday too.
Well, alrighty then.
Thanks for telling me happy birthday, dicks.
Is today your birthday?
No.
Oh, well, then why do we care, Fred the
Shut up,
Parrot?
Fred.
Go fly away.
You know what? When we do the 100th episode, that is exactly a week after your birthday.
It is.
So we should celebrate your birthday that day, too.
We very well could.
It's the Fred the Parrot birthday bash.
There we go.
It's his 100th birthday in parrot years.
I'll bring bird feed.
Bird beer? Bear bird beer.
Bear bird beer bath.
Bear's bird beer.
Bird beer bath.
What about butter beer?
No, bird beer.
What the hell's butter beer?
That
Harry
shit,
Potter
that's
shit?
that Harry Potter world. It's disgusting.
So why would you even... Fred, shut up. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook,
We have a plane going overhead.
Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, primary first sponsor of OTL Sports Podcast. Crandall's Quality Lawn Care serves the Toledo and surrounding area and not
Some national park.
Acunta National Park or something in Canada.
Yep, we'll go with that. And thank you to Verizon, Tim and Stephanie, PNC, Cassandra, and Ben Meyer, of course, from
York.
Chrysler,
Chrysler,
Dodge.
Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Jeep, Dodge, Ram.
Mm-hmm.
As always, from Captain Morgan here, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Caw!
Brandon, stop looking at your beer.
Nerd.
Again?
Cubs suck. Nice
Go
error.
Cubs.
Nice
Go
error,
Cubs.
Chris Bryant, loser.
Go Cubs. Go back to New Orleans.
Okay.